Well, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great.
It's
Thank
like
you.
it's like early middle of the night.
Yeah, it's the sun's not up yet, of course, but one day we hope that we'll be able to start these when the sun is up here, when the time changes. So that'll be fun. Maybe some extra ones here and
Donna said she
there.
want to get together this morning at 8:45, and I'm like, "Your my time?
Yeah.
Yeah, your time. Oh, deal."
Yep. So yeah, so here we go. First things first, welcome in, or everyone who's watching later on, which would be most everybody at this point. Just to let you know that our chat today, should you join us, our chat sponsor is a Royalwise for all your QuickBooks Online training. We'll put the link in so those who join us later will can check out what their offerings are. Fabulous QuickBooks Online training. There's free and paid, and all kinds of price ranges for everyone. And our sponsor today is also Bookkeeping Buds, which is your bookkeeping happy place. I just absolutely love it. Um, I just go on there all the time, put stuff on myself. It's a great community of bookkeepers of all levels helping each other out, and big firms, small firms. So if you're a bookkeeper looking for a happy place, that's your place. And again, I'll put the link in. All right. So why don't we get to our topic for today? So I thought this was really interesting. It's one of the very first rules that I made when I was starting my business, and it was about working with friends and family.
In
So
fact, this
my
is a question that somebody asked in our bookkeeping buds Slack channel, and we thought it was a great topic to discuss.
Oh, absolutely. The very first rule, the number one top rule I made in my company when I started, I wrote down don't work with friends and family.
Well,
That
that's
was the very first thing.
and I agree with that, but that's
Uh
different than
huh.
when you're out with your friends and family and they know what you do and they ask you questions
Yep.
because you're the expert in this.
Yep.
I get it. I mean, I was at a Christmas party a while ago, and two people came up. Well, we use QuickBooks in our office, and we want to do blah 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 blah. I mean, and I really love talking about what I do and
Hmm.
all that stuff. So, but I think I do you charge for this or I think you have to become oh sure I'd love to have a conversation with you. Here's my Calendly link. Let's book a time. But
Yeah.
they want all of this because they know. Now I get it. They're not. I always think people have good and they're not trying to cheat you or anything, but they don't even think about that this is what you get paid for. And then so I just think it's a real challenge, because I don't want to be a jerk, but I also don't want to take my time of away from the office and give away my knowledge. But then I think if I do this, maybe I'll pick up a client, you know,
Yeah.
and I don't know. It's a really hard. It's hard. It's difficult. I know Hal goes to parties a lot. Now I think he's part of the problem though. He enjoys talking about tax and money and discounts and all that stuff. So when he goes places with me, that's what people ask him about. And I'm thinking, and he goes, I don't want to go because all they ask me about is that. Well,
Yeah.
that's all you talk about. But so it's difficult because he gets calls all the time, from people that he knows asking tax questions and how should they do this, and he's very willing to give answers, and I kind of get annoyed at him sometimes. I go, this is how we make our living. I mean, I don't call up the doctor and say, could I have a little problem here. He says, make an appointment. And I go into the office. Same thing with, we have attorney friends.
Hmm.
I would never call them up to ask them, oh, could I ask you a quick law question? No. I mean, make an appointment and I pay them. So I think we
Yes.
just need to get more tougher.
So boundaries.
Yeah, it's
And
difficult.
you know who the people are. I mean, I have what I have my trusted family and friends. So these are my trusted family and friends that I will drop everything for and help. That I will get on a plane, I will do whatever. I'll help them bury the body. Those are the people. There's not a lot,
Right.
but those are the people. You know who those people are. You'll drop everything for. I help them with whatever they need help with. I don't charge them. They are the trusted people that I know will do anything for me. So those are the people.
Now here's
Those
a
are the
doozy for you.
only people.
Let's say you're at this happened to me the other day. We were
Hmm.
Hal went to some medical study, and they picked us up in an Uber. Great, we didn't have to drive. It was in downtown Orlando. As of course, Hal's talking to the driver, and I'm thinking to myself, and I'm thinking, be be quiet. But he's talking to the driver, and he tells him, we're accountants. So the driver says, well, the IRS is not a real agency. It's a company that's run out of Puerto Rico.
Oh no.
I piped up. You don't, you can't possibly believe that's true. I'm thinking, oh yes, it is. And I'm thinking, I just thought, okay, I'm not. There's no arguing with this guy.
Yeah, yeah.
But
You just let it go.
you're at a party or an event, and they start talking about taxes and stuff like this, or and obviously what they're saying is wrong.
Yeah,
Like they watched a TikTok something or other. Like
yeah.
you're sitting there listening to this, and do you pipe in or not?
No, no. I just let it
I
go. No,
just,
no, no. You can't. You. No, this is like the person. You can't change someone's mind
I
if
change.
they believe those kinds of
Yeah,
things.
but I'm
Yeah.
going to start a business because then everything I do I can write off.
Again,
I
yeah.
said no. I said,
No.
I was asked, well, why do you think that's true? Well, because I heard it on. Where did you hear? Like, I just think, I wanted to dispel any myths because I think, oh my God, but just people are dumb when it comes. Would you
I
say?
let it go, or I say,
I,
hey, go for it.
I bite my tongue a lot.
Yeah, yeah, me too. I mean, I tell if someone tells me they want to start a business and they give me some reasons and or just craziness, I'm like, go for it. I'm all, hey,
Go for it. I mean,
weirder things have
might be
happened.
successful, but
Yeah, go for it because they're you know that they're not gonna do the work because we know how hard it is to start a business.
exactly.
And
I got a call.
when they say these things that are just so
I
outlandish,
know. I got a
it's
call
like no.
yesterday. In fact, I need to find. There's a something that posts on Facebook, and I think I saved it. But the guy talks about he got a quote to build a deck, and so the guy said, "Boy, that's a lot of money. I think I'll build it myself." And so he's okay. We're going to have to buy the tools. You're going to have to. So, but well, we're going to get the tool. Well, I'll rent you the tools. Well, how much would you charge? So,
Oh yeah,
and he goes, well, but I only can rent them to you on Saturday because I got to use them during the week. And then you got to go buy the materials. By the time he got through listing everything
hmm,
he would have to do to build his own deck, it was more money than the S. Because it's cheaper for me to have you do it.
yeah,
So I had a call yesterday from a client. Well, I want to save money, so I think I'm going to have Pam do it in the office. Pam's very nice. I'm sure if Pam went to college, she could learn it. And it's one of my car dealers, so they're a little complicated. And and Hal, of course, he calls Hal because he don't want to call me. And Hal goes, well, we'll have to discuss. And I said, if you lower the price, I'm not doing it. I'm firing him. I'm not going to train Pam because I mean, you and I both
yeah,
know, and everybody else listening, if they're going to do it themselves, they don't know what they're doing. They mess it up.
yep,
To lower the price and then have you come in and they total the car and then they want you to fix it. I said, I'm not doing that. I'm not in the business of training uneducated people, um, uneducated in accounting, to how to do
hmm,
their own books. I'm not doing it. So I, I get so just I'm insulted when they ask me that. Well, you're too much money. Then go somewhere else. There,
yeah.
I get insulted when I
It's
have to justify my existence. I don't go to McDonald's and go, tell me the reason why you charge $5 for a Big Mac. How much is the cost that it goes into making the Big Mac? No, you pay it or you don't buy it. I mean, so I was,
yeah,
I'd love for you to be a client, but if you're not happy with the price, I mean, I'm sure you can find someone to do it cheaper. Just remember, you always get what you pay for, you
yep.
know, because
And
that's,
remember, like when you're looking at your family and friends, and you've got what I call flyby family and friends, when
mhm.
they start to see that you're successful, they go two ways that I've learned. when they see that you're successful, they want to glom onto you,
Right.
and then they're either one of two things. They want to sap your knowledge, your time, so they can become what they call successful because they see that you are, or they want to kind of watch you fail. I've experienced both in a few of my businesses.
Hmm.
They're secretly wishing you for you to fail because that makes them feel better. It's not about you. It's all about them.
Right.
And I have these flyby family and friends that when they come in and out of my life, um, and they want stuff from typically want stuff from me. Now, a lot of them have gone away now because I just don't engage.
Right.
Some I have to. Some of the family stuff still has to be around a little bit, but not so much anymore. The friends I've disengaged with, I have about 5 friends who I've known for years and years and years that are trusted that wouldn't even never ask. They'd never ask me. That's the other thing, is these people would never ask, but yet I would get on a plane and go help them bury the body if I had to, or do whatever.
I know that I'd be
Bury the body's the
on
extreme one, but
that
yeah,
list, I hope.
yeah. No, you're on the list. Yeah,
Thank you.
you're the only one on the list that I haven't known since I was like 6 years old. You don't even know where all the bodies are buried yet.
But I think it's difficult if you're at an
Yeah,
event, like to answer the
yeah,
question that was posted in the Bookkeeping Buds group, is
yeah.
I think if you come up with a policy about how you're going to handle it before you're kind of hit with it, I'd love to help you. Let's book an appointment. My
Yeah,
rate is X. Or, I can answer a question, but if they start to get naggy with it, I said, I really love to help you, but this is what I do for a living. So
yeah.
let's make an
I've had to
appointment.
do that.
You have to do it.
Absolutely.
I mean, and now will you lose a friend over it? They might grumble, you know.
That's
And
okay because they weren't your friend anyways.
yeah, I think okay.
Because friends don't do that to friends.
I don't think
Yeah, so I've had issues where I've had people from my high school reach out to me in the recent years, and they
right,
want me to help them with their businesses or look at something that they're doing. And
right.
I said, that's fine. So I sent them the link to schedule. Not a single one of them ever scheduled, but they still reached out to me for help. And I'm like, this is my business.
Right.
And I sent you the link. And there's, well, do you have a friends and family discount? I do not have a friends and family discount ever,
Well,
ever.
this is what you do.
Yeah,
This is I always think that people like to get a deal. So
yeah.
you normally charge $100. Say yes, I have a friends and family discount. I normally charge 150 for you. It's 100. That's what you charge anyway.
Yeah.
So, you get me? Yes, yes. But so you could
Again,
up the price.
again.
Car dealers all the time. Oh, you're
Yeah.
for my traded, but you up the price. It, or,
You could do that. I mean, yeah, for me, it would probably show on my face with
not
them.
mine.
Yeah. No, with those people, it would because, when you meet these people who you were a very different person, like when you're back in school and stuff. And I was very different when I was in high school versus now. So I think it would show on my face if I did that. Because no
Uh-huh.
matter what I do, whenever I get together with these people, we all revert right back to those high school buckets that we were put in.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, so I don't do that. And it's typically the high school people. College, I don't really talk to any of those people anymore. It's simply that because it was a very, very small school and we were very, very close.
Hmm.
And there weren't that many people in our class. We'd known each other for 12 years. So things like that. So it was quite funny though when the person that made it their mission to bully me every day for 4 years of high school reached out to me for help.
Really?
Years,
You told
this
me.
was years ago. Yeah, yeah. Very, very, and put all these complimentary things in there. And all I just wrote back was, look, I don't have the same memories that you have. I don't think this would be a good idea.
Right.
And that's all. I didn't even send him a link. So yeah, so it was like, I didn't say anything mean or nasty. It's just I remember high school very different with you. So
Right.
she's putting in all these great memories and things, and I'm like, you made my life miserable every day for 4 years. Um, not the same memories that we had.
Right.
So I pushed them along, but again, those are those what I call the flyby friends, flyby family. I've got very, very large families spread out amongst a lot of places. I don't really know them all, anyways. The ones I do know don't particularly like. So, my very, very immediate family were very close, and that's it. So, anyway, that's just my opinion on it. Other people, maybe they can work well with their families. Maybe they're already in the family business, and that's how they got started.
Right.
The other thing that like, especially with family, they expect more. They're more needy, they bother you more. They're very draining. You can have friends like that too. So if you're already in the family business and you've started, you probably know what I mean about that. It's like having your worst client ever. And who's your worst client ever? My worst client is myself.
Oh, mine too. My worst client is
Yeah,
Harold. Harold.
yeah. You have Hal. I have myself.
I mean, he's so funny. I mean, he comes up,
Yeah,
every morning. I don't know. You can't see. You see this? This is a piece of paper that he creates for me every morning about how all of our bank accounts and investments do. You know what I do with this? I put it in a box. I never look at it because I'm thinking it's all in. He thinks he's the worst, and then he sits in the office and he doesn't understand how quick, and then
yeah,
oh, well, I just okay. Yes, I love you, my dear, but hit the road. He's a tax guy.
yeah.
Everything with
That's
him is cash. And
yeah,
I'm a management person, so everything to me is accrual. And
yeah.
I'll never forget the time. You'll love this story. We've had this one client since day one, and he has a quarter. He's the owner, and he does a quarterly payroll. He pays himself once a quarter. So with payroll, I put the paycheck on the 31st, and then with the wages, tax expense, blah blah, with the liability on the balance sheet, right? So
Hmm.
then the tax payment is made in April. So he's looking at the April profit and loss, and he doesn't see any tax expense. Well, there was none because it was in March.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Where's the tax expense?" I go, "It was in March." "Yeah, but he paid it in April." He paid the liability in April. He had
Yeah.
the tax. He goes, "That's wrong."
Yeah.
I said, "Then
I've
every
heard
single
this. Yeah.
client you do is wrong." "Oh my God, we're going to lose the business." I mean, that is crazy. I said, "Stop. Let me call my friend Dave, who's a CPA in town, who we're very friendly with." And I said, "Let's see what he has to say."
Yeah.
So he calls up Dave and goes, "Dave, you know, Dave goes, "Oh, Debbie's right. That's how you do it." I mean, he's still cash basis, and like, for example, we have rental property and homeowners insurance. And to me, they always send the dumb bill out the month before. So I put in a
Mhm.
prepaid, so it hits
Right.
on the right month. And he goes, "Well, we paid, Marco Island, monthly maintenance fees in December." "Yes, but it was for January."
Yeah.
So we know exactly what it costs. Then the rent, we get paid rent. We rented out the taxi January, February, March, and April, and they send the rent in December. So he has rental income in December. I go, "No, we have rental income January, then February, then
Yeah.
March. We have a deposit because if we calculated the rent, because rent carries sales tax, if we calculated the rent in January, you would owe all of the Well, I don't understand how you do books." I said, "I do them like you're supposed to." "Well, I look at cash basis." "Oh, okay, you keep it on your little piece of paper exactly how you do it."
And there you go.
So
Working with
he's the worst
families
client I have.
difficult.
He's the worst client I have.
Yep.
And I mean, every week, every month too, he goes, "Well, how do we bill these people?" "We bill them after we do a lot of them after the fact and others before the fact." "Well, when do we get paid?"
See.
"Don't worry about it. The money's going in the bank."
See, who's your worst client?
He's my worst
Yourself.
client. He's my
Yeah,
most
your
difficult
family.
client.
But yeah, I mean, just I establish a policy, establish a
Yeah,
rule. You can have a calendar link. This is an idea. I don't have this myself, but you can have a calendar link if you're using Calendly or any calendar. Um, and it could say friends, family, and friends discount, and put a price to it. They don't have to know what your other
They
rate
don't have to
is.
know that it's and you could say like you have to. I mean, you could have friends and family discount link, and then
Yeah,
can you do it where they have to answer a question that you know that they're legit?
yeah,
Like what would be like? What was the name of my mouse growing up? I had a
yeah.
mouse as a pet.
There you go.
You have to know that.
The test question.
The
They have
test
to know
question.
something about
No,
you.
I'm your friend or family. You don't know that question. And I
There,
said it changes monthly because
yeah.
it's the secret code. It's that.
You can change them, like if you know someone's gonna, you sent the link out to somebody to do it, because I'm very on that on that link. I would be very discriminatory on who I would send it to. You can change the question with the person,
Right.
and yeah,
How did we meet each other?
yeah. How do we meet? That's a good general question. How did we meet? If I don't
Yeah.
remember,
How do you
then,
know
but
me?
usually I remember.
But anyway, but I think I come up with a policy before you go to a party because I think with the holidays are coming up, especially, you got a lot of people wanting.
Oh yeah, so I try
I
not
don't
to
think, but
tell
again,
people what I do.
I don't think they do it to
Yeah,
But after if I think if it becomes obsessive, then you have to say, look,
yeah.
I can see this is more of a meeting kind of thing. I mean, answering one or two questions, no problem. But if they start drilling you like you would actually, you have to come up with the practice coming up with the phrase. All right, that Teresa in the chat says instead of a free consult, how about charging a small fee and then say it's refundable when they don't show you keep the money? That's an idea.
I don't
Donna
like the
knows
word.
that. You know,
I don't do refundable though. So I,
oh, they
yeah, I
cost you
do. I
this,
charge a
plus
fee.
you'll give it back to them.
Yeah,
Okay,
I never refund anything. If they,
I know.
the fee is like not very big either. It's like $50, I think.
Yeah,
They can do a $50 consult for like 20 minutes,
right,
15, 20 minutes, and I will give them knowledge to move forward no
right,
matter what.
right,
And usually I go longer than that, but nothing's ever refundable. And I never ever say that anywhere too.
right. It's a funny
And,
word.
and when they don't show, yeah, you keep the dollars. Yeah, definitely. And like
But that's
half
an
of them
idea,
don't
Teresa.
show. Yeah.
It's a free instead of the free consult. How about charging a small fee and then say,
Yeah, small
give
fee.
it
That's what I
back,
do actually. I
or
say,
you
hey,
can
you can.
apply it to any future service.
Yeah, I don't do that either because I just think it's wrong because I just give them so much knowledge.
Right.
They're like, I think that they should pay just a little, like 25, $50, whatever it is. Like,
If they show refund, but no refund for no show.
yeah, well, yeah, definitely no show, no. And I have people like schedule training for like $300, $400
Booking
is
fee versus refund.
and no show.
What's funny about the words matter. Booking. That's what they do
Booking
if you get
fee.
arrested.
Yeah, that's different.
Uh, I'm going to book you. I'm going to take you to booking. So I always,
Yeah,
that's why I don't like to use that word. I'm going to take you to booking. Oh, okay. I'm going to see you at Rikers Island.
yeah, no, I just schedule a time to ask me questions.
And again, and
Yeah,
refund. I mean, they go, oh, can I get a refund on this? No. I've
no,
already given you the
no,
information.
yeah,
You know, I think if you do the friends and families price, okay, I'll give you the friends instead of, I don't like the word discount either. Walmart discounts,
yeah.
so I'm really fussy
We're
about,
not in the retail business,
no.
so
If I'll give you my
refund,
friends and family,
discounts. That's all retail words.
yeah,
We're in the people business and the knowledge business.
right,
And knowledge, you can't, once you put it out there, you can't pull it back.
right,
So refund, you can pull back.
right.
Discounts means you're like fire sale, woo, get it all out.
Yeah, race to the
But
bottom.
yeah, race to the bottom. That's why I don't like the terminology, and I don't do that. Um,
I know when you walk into the Louis Vuitton store, you don't ask for a discount.
yeah, no,
You just pay the price.
yeah. Do
I'm a,
I ever walk into a
I
Louis
love
Vuitton store? Never.
clubs going into these high-end stores.
Uh huh.
And I'm freaked out about them. I mean, she just walks in and she's really good. Hermes and Chanel and Louis Vuitton. And I mean, they come up with white gloves and and I don't want to touch anything. Could you show me this? And then when she did buy something one time, and I get intimidated by that kind of stuff. So
Hmm.
she bought a wallet And they brought it out all with the bow and the ribbon with the white gloves, and they handed it to her. And she said to me, please open it. I want to make sure it's in there, what I bought.
Oh my God.
Oh, good for I was like, I never would have thought that.
Yeah.
She
I
took
mean,
it out.
that's great.
I thought, good for her. I mean,
Yeah.
she's
I would
really,
have never thought of that.
she's everybody loves her. I mean, Hal went to that
Hmm.
surgery, last month, and she worked at the hospital, and we went back into I was with her, and we went into the snack room in the back.
Hmm.
They had a parade of people walking in. We heard you were in the building. We heard you were in the building. I said, I mean, like, what are you, like Santa Claus here and the Easter Bunny wrapped up in the one? Oh, everybody loves me here. I mean, she doesn't work there anymore. I heard you were here. They all, oh my God. I mean, it was amazing.
Wow.
Everybody loves her. And she really stands up for herself when it
Hmm.
comes to, and I just love hanging out with her because she teaches me a lot of stuff. Can I touch that Louis Vuitton?
I know, walk into the store. Well, I grew up where like if you were going to go in that, it's not like now where they have them all over the place. If you were going to go into a Louis Vuitton store, you had to make an appointment. You had to get buzzed in. That's the area I grew up in. Like that's what it was. Now they're in malls everywhere,
Well, she went to
and
the one
like
in Paris. She was in Paris in
yeah,
the Olympics, and she took
yeah.
pictures. I'm in the Louis Vuitton store. I'm in the Hermes store. I'm in Coke. I said, did you go to see the Olympics or go shopping? She likes all that stuff. And I love being around her because she has all that stuff, and it's not
No,
for me.
no,
I love
no,
seeing it all. You know,
no. I agonized over getting a backpack at Disney.
this
So
is a Louis blah blah blah, and I'm like, oh, you know,
yeah, no,
she's good at it. So I guess you
yeah,
should charge me for all the questions I ask her.
yeah.
But anyway, good luck with your stuff. I think that's a real toughie.
Yeah, the friends and family, yeah. Okay, so here's one more thing before we check out. The Remember, your friends and family who know you, they also know your trigger points. Some are very good at manipulation around your trigger points. You have history, things like that too. So remember that everyone has the ability to be manipulated by people close to them in their lives. No matter how good you are, it happens to me, even though I can see it, you still happens. So you need to be careful when you're working with family and friends because it goes beyond the business relationship. It
Right.
goes to the emotional relationships too, the past, the dynamics with your family. So just be careful. And some of the relationships, will be toxic. So be careful. Make a list of your trusted people that you would do it for nothing. Everyone else charge a fee.
Right.
Well, however you want to structure it.
Right.
So that's my 2 cents on that, and hope you
All
guys
right.
have a
Well,
great
it's
week.
what, December 17th today. How many days is
Yes,
Christmas? 8.
I don't know. It's
So
like a
Hal said
week.
to me this morning, "What are you doing for Christmas?" I have no idea.
I don't know.
Let's just give money.
I don't. Oh yeah. No, I actually got. I asked them last night. They sent me
Well,
a
what do
list.
you want for Christmas? I go, if I want something, I buy it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's.
Oh, for me, I don't get no, no. We between me and my husband, and my kid. I'm like, don't give me anything. I'm good.
Yeah,
So I don't have anything. I'll buy whatever I want.
yeah, because then I think I spend money on some. I remember I bought
Yeah.
him a light set. I spent over $700. This was before we were working together. It was a lot of
Mhm.
money. I mean, it's a lot of money now, but back then it was a lot of money.
Yeah.
He never used it, and I thought I just wasted $700.
Yeah.
I mean, when a card would do. So what we do now,
Mhm.
we go to the store, Valentine's Day, Easter, Christmas, and we both find a card we would give each other. I said, "Well, here's the card I would give you," and he said, "Oh, here's the card I would give you." We read the card. They go, "Oh, thank you," and we put the cards back on the shelf.
Love it. That's perfect.
The cards are
I
like
know. I have to do
$15.
that. I know. I love that.
All right. Well, happy holidays, everybody, and we will see you next time.
All right. You guys have a great week.